I'm here with the lovely Dr. Wendy, and will you tell us a little bit about your background, Wendy, and how long you've been a doctor? And
yeah, of course. Gosh, I've been a doctor for over 20 years, worked in the NHS for all of that time, and I'm currently a consultant anaesthetist in the NHS.
Yeah.
And over the years, I've always had a fascination and an interest in medical aesthetics and skincare, and I guess probably as I've got older, I've had more of a vested interest and realised that actually I need to start looking after my own skin a bit more. One of my specialist areas of anaesthesia in the NHS is head and neck surgery. So working alongside surgeons, doing a lot of cancer work, which is fascinating, but it's kind of further reinforced and fueled my interest, I think. So it's not really until the last few years that I've had the chance just to step back a little bit from the NHS and pursue my passion for medical aesthetics.
Yeah.
And I've trained up and set up a business, and so I now do this a couple of days a week alongside my NHS work. So yeah, it dovetails really well. I love it.
And we're so lucky that I've got Wendy on the doorstep. So I've known Wendy for quite a few years. Our children were at school together when they were tiny, and I had a wonderful first aid course with you. That was invaluable.
Oh my goodness, we're talking about that.
I've still got your notes.
Have you?
On the board in the kitchen.
Brilliant.
What to do in a medical emergency with children. It was amazing. I think everybody needs to do a first aid course.
Yeah, no, it is brilliant. Yeah.
So when I found out that Wendy was doing skincare, I was desperate to come and see and chat to you. And I think I love the fact that you've got a medical background. You understand how things work. I don't have straightforward skin, I think, because of my ehlers-Danlos. I have to be really careful, I have to avoid needles, I scar really badly, and so Wendy is completely aware of all of that, and gearing up the facials and the products I'm using, particularly for me, which I really love.
Yeah, I think that's really important, especially in the current climate. I mean, it's terrifying. Medical aesthetics as an industry is woefully unregulated, and actually I think not only having a medical background and understanding the importance and the significance of various diseases and implications that they have on you, but it's also about being safe and being able to recognise complications and when you should and when you shouldn't do things.
Yeah.
And I think that's really, really important.
Yeah, it is really important. And the skincare products that you've recommended for me, are they just through a skincare specialist? How do you...
Yes, yeah, so you have to be a trained skin specialist to use them. pHformula is quite a strong product, which are they're really effective. They're a lovely, lovely brand, and I think it was important to me as a doctor to partner with a brand that I thought was results driven and that was going to actually make a difference. That's it's scientifically backed. It's all it's amazing. It's a lovely, lovely brand, and it's something you have to be prescribed.
Yeah.
They have a lot of all the active ingredients, not only very high grade, but they're also developed in order that they can penetrate the skin, so that they are working deep down at the derm level of the dermis. Yeah. So the idea is that you resurface the skin from the inside out. It's not about harsh peels and stripping off the outer layer of the skin. It's all about getting down deep and treating from the inside out.
Yeah. The cleanser that I use, that you recommended, is amazing.
Oh, I love that. It's my favourite product.
It's just, I'll show you later when I do my evening routine. You just use a tiny amount.
Yeah.
And my face feels so clean, but not stripped harshly.
Yeah. It's got lactobionic acid in it, which is a really hydrating hydroxy acid. So it's not only is it cleansing, but it's also really lovely, fresh feeling. But it's hydrating, and it's got rooibos extract in as well, which is anti-inflammatory. They're fabulous products. So one of the things I love about pHformula is that you can tailor the treatment to any particular individual, depending on their skin type or their major concerns or any issues they might have with their skin. And I think this is something that, for me personally, I've always struggled. I love the high street brands, and very happily go into some of the beautiful shops and spend lots, sort of get won over by beautiful packaging and perfumes and stuff. Yeah. But actually, I've never really fundamentally understood how one high street brand can
Work for everyone.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's skin type is so different. So without having somebody with a bit of expertise who can guide you and and help you, and also manage treatments on a daily basis. The treatment that you have today may well be different from the treatment you had 2 weeks ago, and that will depend on all sorts of things. Your not only your lifestyle and your skin type, but also where you're at today in terms of your stress levels. What the weather's like, whether you've been out doing a dog walk. The time of the month. All of those things impact enormously on our skin. So all of their facials incorporate what we call a skin permeability complex, which is all about 2 things really. Partly exfoliating gently in order that the subsequent active ingredients that are put on your skin will penetrate deeply, but also it gives me an opportunity to assess your sensitivity on any given day. So I can tell, depending on what you tell, how your skin reacts and what it feels like for you, I can tell and tailor my treatment plan accordingly on any particular day. Yeah, they're lovely products.
Yeah. So, should we start?
Absolutely. Let's get on with it.
Thanks, Wendy.
So for this facial, Wendy used the age resurfacing treatment by pHformula again, but this time it was a step up from the one before. The beauty of this brand is the ability to layer up the actives according to how your skin is on the day. So every treatment can be totally personalised. This time my skin tolerated 2 layers of the next strength up. Wendy always cleanses with the Exfo, and it's so refreshing and hydrating. Next, the SP complex, which we talked about in the video together. It simply penetrates the actives, plus it gives Wendy an indication of how sensitive my skin is on the given day. The Age Solution is an advanced anti-aging treatment which provokes cell regeneration into different layers of the skin. Then followed by the peptide mask, which is great for instantly firming the skin and improving the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. And then the vitamin C radiance treatment. It's so important to use this. Antioxidant and regulates the melanin formation. To finish, the post-recovery anti-inflammatory and hydrating, and then the tinted SPF CC cream, which is factor 30.